We had a little internet snafu, and thank you to our youngin, Chica Dilly, who helped us straighten us out and get us back up on track and running free again. And it is Thursday, so that means it's our Friday. Yay! And it is Thursday means it's George Wallace Day. Hey, Mr. Wallace.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you on my phone, and I'm crazy here today.
Yeah, it is crazy, George Wallace. Yes.
And now I can't turn my telephone off. Isn't that amazing? So I want to thank the young people that are listening and already texting, saying nobody over 30 actually knows what we're doing. From Atlanta, Jason. But we're here and we're glad to be here. It's a Thursday and we have fun on Thursday.
And George, before I go too far, I do want to mention, and we will mention it later, but you have a birthday coming up.
Yes, my 68th birthday coming up.
It's 68, is it?
Jay and I are the same age. That's all he say he is, so I'm going to be that age also.
Well, we have something from you and your birthday, I guess age buddy, but want to salute you on your birthday and thank you for all the great years you've given us. So you and Kim Whitley are birthday buddies.
Yes, Kim Whitley, K-Y-M, by the way.
That's right.
I was spelling her name wrong for quite a few years.
Well, you aren't alone. A lot of folks have, yeah.
Right. Because there's only really, there is a guy named Kim, K-E-M, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
singer.
K-E-M, yeah. So, but she's such a beautiful lady. I'm so proud to be born on the same, and we're the same age too, all three of us. Kim Whitley, George Wallace, Jan Brown, all born on the same day, same year.
Wow, that is amazing. And Kim is probably
Sybil, you too. You 68 too.
Okay. All right. And we might as well bring everybody in. Okay. All right.
Yes.
And thanks for everybody for your patience as we get started today in making this happen. And so it is Thursday, as I said, and it is another day in which Donald Trump is making news.
Making the news.
Or he has made news. This is from What You Need to Know newsletter today. And it is also available for everybody who would like to participate in the What You Need to Know News Fund. If you would go to SybilWilkes.com and subscribe, we would appreciate it. Give us your name and your email address. And your email the newsletter will be in your email every Monday through Friday morning. And your life will be better for it.
Totally.
I know that ours are better for having the ability to come to you every day and communicate with you in these many different ways. So George, I know that you are still, I don't know what day quarantine this is for you, but Stephen Hill and I do a podcast. And this was the 20th anniversary, 20th podcast that we did. Yes. And so that means for 5 months, a lot of folks have been in seclusion, have been in quarantine. And so it is, how long for you?
I think this is 118 days, something like that, 118 days.
Wow.
And it's getting pretty tough. And
so that's 4 months.
I'm definitely not the same person since I started this, and I don't know what I mean, whether I guess my attitude has changed, whether the news is getting to me. I don't know what's going on. I never used the word depressed before, but maybe there's a little depression coming in sometime, when you can't go anywhere, you want to go somewhere. And then I'm also lazy. I'm scared to get out and walk. That's how I'm filled with anxiety right now. I just can't go out there. I live on the 25th floor and I'm afraid to press the elevator button, even though I have gloves on. And somebody may have been in the elevator before I got in there. So now what I'm telling people, if the elevator stops, I'm going, you might not want to take this one. I just come from the doctor. You might not want to take this. They'll back up in a minute. So So I'm a little afraid. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. But I tell you what helps me when I'm talking to you and I'm talking to Jay and I'm talking to anybody on the telephone. That is my therapy, and I love it. I love it because when you watch the news, you was talking about 45 today. I almost called the president a dumbass. You can't do that.
Well, George, quite honestly, and I can just tell you this as a news person, you are not alone in using that name for him. But and a lot of people, and the polls are reflecting it too. I don't know if you've been watching the news over the last couple of days. The latest polls are showing a steep decline, and the Trump administration and the Trump campaign, they're quite worried about this dip in the numbers. Now,
We need to vote
granted,
today, but we need to vote today. I don't
yeah,
trust the
I was
poll.
going to say that. You know, you're absolutely right, because now we're saying it in the middle of July. We still have 3.5 months,
Three.
and anything can happen. As we know, yesterday, a lot of accounts got hacked by their Twitter accounts got hacked. Folks are blaming the Chinese. But did yours?
Well, I asked the people to send me all of their coins that they have left, and they send me everything they got, all the coins, and I'll send double the amount back. I did that. You know, you send
Those Bitcoins, George.
Yeah. I was in on that. So we don't know whether it's Russia. We don't know who
Or
it is.
China.
But this
Yeah.
is very confusing, because if they can do this now, they could come in and mess with our votes again. Now, what I'm worried about is that I think Trump might know something about this.
You think?
I think he might know something about the Russians invading our system. And I think that's why the Republicans are not saying anything, because they know something we don't know. Like this asshole, excuse me, the governor of Georgia yesterday.
That's your state now.
Why me? Why do I get the worst governor in the world?
He's not the worst, but
yes, he is. You got yours in Texas.
Well, no, you forget about Florida too.
I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, Sybil, right off the bat. But my next book was supposed to be how Trump fucked up my life. It's supposed to be my next book. Excuse me, all the Christians out there, but it's time to cuss.
Okay.
But I'm going to write another book called "There's Something Wrong with the People in the South." Sybil,
just call it the way it is, George.
There's something wrong with the people in the South, and the people that are you right like us. You know what I'm talking about. You can look around and just see they just do stupid stuff. Now, why would the governor of Georgia, this idiot is going to have me quarantined to 2025. I swear to God, this guy. Why would he not just say, keep your mask on? It's not mandating. Now he comes out and say it's not mandated to wear your mask. That's about as stupid as you can get, right? In the state of Georgia, first of all, he was the last one to close, and the first one to open. Just flat out stupid. And the governor down in Florida, well, you really can't outdo Florida. That's like, you try to out Florida, you're in the wrong road, because they really are the stupidest people in the world down there.
Right.
Not you, if you're listening, not you, but you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
So Trump has got us screwed up. What was I talking about? How screwed up my life is?
Yeah. But George, you're not alone. And that's the other thing that we need to keep reminding ourselves, and the folks that are living alone or quarantining alone, that you're not alone, that, we need to keep checking on folks. And I'm glad that you and I have this every day, and that we can share with people, as well as kind of vent.
Right.
And let a lot of this anxiety and pressure off of your shoulders, off your head, and other parts of your body.
The pressure cooker is steaming up.
Exactly, it really is, George. That's exactly what I was picturing in my head, in terms of a pressure cooker and how it kind of rattles. You remember those days?
Yes, start to steam. No, I don't remember. I heard it.
Okay. Well, if you're 68 and I'm 68, then you remember.
And the steam, and the cap is gonna blow off pretty soon. Now, we got to vote. The most important thing we could ever talk about is voting. Now, I was pretty pissed off at the people in Texas yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
It's made me a new person about voting also. Our good friend, Mr. Ross West, was on TV. He told us, everybody, there's over 1 million+ Black voters in Texas alone.
Yep.
Less than 50% voted. He could have been campaigning right now to run for office. What that would mean to you, you cannot complain if we had another Black senator. Case over. Just one more. There is a different story. Just one more.
Yeah.
Just so much. We got to vote.
It's really interesting the way that they did that campaign too, George. Is that the senator who was in office, who's going to be running against the Democratic nominee MJ Hager, he didn't send out any campaign commercials against her. His campaign commercials were against Royce West. And I contend that he did that in order to get people not to vote for him in the primary. And he thinks that MJ Hagar is going to be an easier win over her.
We're gonna whoop his ass no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we still got to vote for her.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yep.
what she does. I don't know what she does, but a vote, you can't vote for, what's her name, Cornyn?
Cornyn. Yeah.
Cornyn, yeah.
John Cornyn.
We don't want him. And we want Texas to go blue.
And here's the other thing, George, that we really want to talk about. In J. Anthony Brown's home state of South Carolina, there is a young man who is running against Lindsey Graham. His name is Jamie Harrison. And we need to support him in whatever you can give, because they do need money. And that was another thing about Royce's campaign. He was underfunded. He made a tremendous effort, but he did not have the campaign war chest that MJ Hagar has. And so that is another thing. We need to have these fundraisers and when we can, donate to those campaigns or donate in some form or fashion of volunteering or whatever to drive people to
I've
the
got to
polls.
send him some money because we need him. So one of the greatest days of my life would be to see Trump out, O'Connell out, Lindsey Graham out.
Yeah.
That's a birthday right there. God, please, I don't know how to pray.
You know.
Heavenly Father, whatever you do, if you want me to get saved, please get those sons of bitches out of office.
You can't call them that when in your prayer, can you?
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I told you I didn't know how to pray. All of the church people, they're along with me. We got to get those. I'm glad Jeff Sessions lost. How about that? In Alabama?
Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Doug Jones is a man who, made an interesting flip of the state of Alabama in that special election to fill that spot that Jeff Sessions gave up to be a part of the Trump administration. And it was Black women, and he acknowledged them. It was Black women, Black folks who voted for him and made that difference in that election. It didn't hurt that Judge Roy Moore was, had all those allegations against him and everything. But it was Doug Jones who made a difference in the Senate. And so it's starting to turn that state of Alabama in a different color, if you will. And
it's a different color. It's a shady color because it's Tupperville. Is that his name? Used to be the governor, used to be the coach of Auburn Tigers. So, football is before God in Alabama.
Yeah.
So these are the white men and the white ladies and the uneducated and the toothless and all of these people. They do go out and vote. They do go out and vote. So Alabama, once again, we got to rise up, and vote. We got to vote in Alabama. We got to get this Democratic guy.
And Florida's another state. We've been talking about former felons, and I just saw this before we went on. Florida is taking away the rights of former felons to vote and trying to make them pay a certain amount of money as part of court costs and these other things.
I thought the court stopped that.
Yeah, well, they did, and now the Supreme Court has ruled. So I need to check on that and get more information on that as well.
Well, I hope the Supreme Court come through and do the right thing because everybody deserves to vote. Yeah. Everybody deserves to vote. So, and these guys, they did their time. They're out of jail in the state of Florida, and they need to be able to have their freedom and vote.
Yeah, this has been a case that's gone back and forth because the state legislature, the governor, they passed a law preventing them from preventing that vote, which allowed felons to vote. They passed a law saying that you have to pay all of these court costs and everything before you can vote again, and they still don't have the money to do that. And now it looks like the Supreme Court has passed down something saying that you are going to have to pay something. And so that's another thing that we can do. But here's the thing we can do, George, is if we are going to if we're going to contribute to a campaign of someone that we believe in and we want to make these changes, we can also, if we can support these people by having a fund, and we donate to this fund and parcel out the money so that these felons can get the money. Many of them don't have jobs, and support them in paying off their fines.
That's a good idea. Then I can vote. Listen to me, Sybil, that's a really good idea. I'd like to contribute to that fund.
Yeah.
Everybody go. I just want everybody to vote. It's so simple. We got it made if we vote. I don't want Black people complaining about a damn thing because we need to get out there and vote, and we
Right.
can't make a difference.
Right.
We
The
can't
one
make
good thing that may come out of this, George, is that, and I was thinking about this the other day, is that if our kids are not going back to college and if they're going to be doing their online study this fall, this is going to allow a lot of folks to get their kids up to vote, and they won't have any, hopefully they'll have fewer issues than they would have at some of the college campuses where they are prevented from voting or, getting to the polling place or whatever. And changing your location and updating all of your voter information. So if there is something good that comes out of this, that might be the thing that it's less complicated to get our 18-year-old students and up.
Yeah.
They're at home with us now to vote.
I think this is the most important thing we can get done is have our kids vote. We gotta vote more.
And George, I was talking to Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson. I was working on a book about voting and had an opportunity to interview Reverend Jackson. And I thought about us when we went to Chicago. Went to Chicago.
I didn't know.
But we were talking to him and commending him because he, at a very early point in time, he was the one in Chicago, especially, and I'm not sure about other areas of the country, but he was the one, as students were going and getting their high school diplomas, they were also getting their application to apply to vote, or they were getting their voter registration card right there. And so that was really crucial to getting folks involved.
You did not have that when you got your driver's license? You didn't have that?
No.
In Georgia, you got your driver's license at 16, but some way, somehow they came to the schools and we all registered, even in Georgia. Atlanta was always kind of backwards back in the day. We got things done with Black people. We owned the city. We had the richest Black street in America.
Yeah.
Atlanta has always been a progressive city for Blacks. As you know, this is the Black Mecca. This is Wakanda. But yeah, these are some things that we did learn in Georgia was to vote. You had to be a member of the NAACP. You had to have your own insurance policy. Policy man would come by, would be like a quarter a month, You'd be behind. It was actually like a dime, and your policy was only worth $500 back in the day.
That was good money though, George.
Yeah, but we had to do that. We had to vote, and we had to register to. You had to register to go to the services also at the time.
Oh yeah, selective service. Yeah. And they had that for us too, but not for voting. But I do remember going to City Hall downtown Chicago and registering to vote before I went away to college. And so that was something, and I got my ballot in the mail, which is something the man in the White House doesn't want to happen now anyway. He doesn't want that.
Wouldn't that be nice if we could vote by mail and we could vote early? We could vote a month early. If we could vote, I think we should be able to vote at churches. We should be able to vote at the mall. We should be able to vote at the courthouse.
And online.
And online.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you go vote, we can make this happen.
Exactly. There you go. So George, let's talk about this situation with an interview that Donald Trump had with CBS News. And they were talking about a range of issues. And they talked about, of course, coronavirus, reopening schools, which is a big bone of contention between school officials and parents and what have you, to excessive force by police. And the journalist, whose name is Catherine Herridge, raised the subject of George Floyd, and Donald Trump says, yes, it was a terrible situation. And she asked why African Americans are still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country. And in true Donald Trump fashion,
say it.
He said, so are white people. Then repeated, so are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people. To the lady.
He said to the lady. He said to her, what a terrible question to ask.
He's good at that. He's good at telling people, that's a stupid question. That's a terrible question.
You should have said that. Now you've just pissed me off. Because I'm mad at these guys that are out there in the press conference. When one day somebody going to stand up and say, is there something, what the and just walk out. Since it's going to be my first day and my last day, that's what I would say to him. Is there something wrong with you? And I'm going to call April Ryan when I finish with you. The next time, she's got to get him back before he leaves.
You know what? I wouldn't be at all surprised because April is a strong woman, and But I don't want her to go back into that
One time,
horrific situation.
one time. Just go there
Okay.
one time. Just say, I
Okay.
just came back to
We
see.
gotta mask her up, glove her up, because we just can't let her go, because that place is a cesspool of coronavirus. I really
Totally,
believe that place
totally,
is just
totally.
oh my gosh. So here's the statistics. Yes, there are more white people who are killed at the hands of police,
But
but
there are
more white people who are killed, but statistically, Black people are more likely to die at the hands of law enforcement. A Washington Post report says that African Americans are killed by police 2 to 3 times the rate of white Americans. And the Guardian newspaper reported back in 2016 that Black men between the ages of 15 and 34, yes,
I'm reading
were 9
9 times more likely.
times.
So that's why the kids are driving around there scared before they come pull them over, because 15 to 34, that's who they're after.
That's it.
Oh, y'all better get some gray hair. So get some, when you're driving, get some gray hair, put a gray wig on that won't be so hard on you. Because I don't think they want me to get on the ground. I'm going to get out the car. And do me a favor, Sybil. I know this is really bad to say. Maybe I told you guys once before. When the policeman pull you over, take your finger, this index, is that the index finger? Put it up as far as your nose as you can. And then want your driver's license, just pull it out with boogers and everything on it. They'll let you go. They'll put your finger up there and just pull it out with boogers and everything. Here's my driver's license.
George.
A booger, I know this is nasty, but a booger is worse than a fart.
Oh my God. Oh dear God, George. I never thought I would hear you say that.
I know, but I'm just telling you the truth. There's ways to get away from the police officer. Hey, Black people, buy a Subaru. Stop buying these big ass cars. Get yourself a Subaru or Volvo. The policeman will never pull your ass over.
That's true. That's true.
I don't care. Just get you ever seen a Subaru pull over on the side of the road? No. Get a Subaru.
Can't say that I have. They run well, and they never get stopped.
They never get stopped. So I'm telling you how to deal with the police officers.
Wow.
I know. Most important, put that finger as far up your nose as you can get. Pull out the biggest Luger, whatever you call them out there, and just rub it. Make a ball. I know people are eating. I apologize for you people eating.
Yeah, it is the dinner hour, George.
Make one as big as a meatball. Come out of your nose.
So you're saying do this and then do this and then.
There you go. There you go. Just make sure you do. Make sure they see the booger and the driver's license at the same time.
Or sneeze on it. How about that? Can you I hate you?
Ooh, you be thinking. Just keep coughing it. Ooh, that's good. Keep, and then start. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Ooh, I must have a virus.
I got the vapors. Got the vapors. Just start sweating because you're already nervous. Just start sweating. Yeah. And I don't know. I just come from the doctor.
On a serious tip, have you ever gotten pulled over like that?
Are you kidding? I've never been asked to get on the ground. That's what worries me because I think I'm going to go. I think they're going to beat me down because I have a problem with getting on the ground. That's another thing. That's one of the first laws we can pass for police brutality. Stop dehumanizing Black men, making them get on the ground. I hate that. What have I done? All of those kids got out of the car, even the college kid in Atlanta. Why are you throwing this kid on the ground and dragging him out the car? He's there, just not even handcuffed, the hand zips or the tie zips, whatever.
Yeah, or they're behind their back, sitting on the curb, and ridiculous things. But George, let me ask you this, because you were in Atlanta when this happened as post Rashard Jackson, and what happened there was the college kids. Remember the boy from
Morehouse and the girl from Spelman?
Yeah, and there were Black cops that tased them.
They did it. I'm pissed off at this guy. She should have fired him on the spot, and she did. I love her. She fired him on the spot because there was no need for that. I don't care what
was that, George? Why are we doing that to our own children?
Listen, these kids, they were right in the middle of everything at the CNN Center. They're just trying to get away, get out. And then they just tase him for no reason whatsoever. Just angry. So we need the training police. We're not talking about defund the police department, take everything away, but let's rearrange some of these dollars so they can get some special training.
And the training is so bad, and to change that mindset, that really is.
And that's about Black cops and stuff, Black cops too. And like Dominique, I think was saying the other day, you can be a police officer and shoot somebody in 18 months, or is it 9?
Yep. It takes less time to become a cop than it does to become a hairstylist or a barber.
mm.
It's crazy.
You know,
What do you think about reparations, George?
you know what I used to think about, because I've been so blessed. Because I've been so blessed and I've done everything basically on my own. And I never asked anybody for anything. And I never wanted to be any superstar, TV star, movie star. All my ultimate goal was to work, a comedian and work in Las Vegas. All I ever wanted. And I found out about, I guess, 18 years ago, hey, I've accomplished my goal. That's all I'm good, you know, but
right.
Yeah, we've been wronged for a long time. We were wronged, you know, from all the way back being slaves, and it was all about economics.
1600s, yeah.
The doctors, and all the way up to Massachusetts. The Civil War was not about us,
Yeah.
it was about money.
Right.
No matter where the money was coming from. Massachusetts, all over the North.
And Crispus Attucks, you know, the first person
one to die.
Yep.
I'm pretty good on my history, right? But I'm good.
Well,
but
because you were there.
I know you didn't go there. I know you didn't go there. I know more. But listen, I feel as though I need to go back to school and learn some of this history. Some of these guys like Killer Mike.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand listening to him. He makes me look stupid. He makes me look stupid. I'm going, oh my God, they know so much that I don't know. And
but George, but you know what? That it behooves us to go back and get you know, more understanding of our history and what have you. And I think that that's a good idea. You know, while we have the time, especially to pick up these books like Dr. Skip Gates' books and others, and to have conversations with our children, and you know, just like. There was so much every day. We started the Tom Jordan Morning Show in January of '94. And starting in February, we did the Little Known Black History Fact just that month later. And every day there was a Little Known Black History Fact. And there was so much that we learned, even ourselves, you know, that and history as it was being made. Like one of the stories that we had this week was about this young woman. She's the first Black African-American female fighter pilot for the U.S. Navy. She's going to get her wings.
I think she was for the Marines. Is that right? She flew for the Marines?
I thought it was the Navy myself.
I think it's the Marines. And I think she's from your part of the country, right?
I thought she was from,
grew up in Memphis.
This young lady, I believe, was from Virginia.
Oh, really?
Swiggle.
There's another young lady was the first compact Black pilot.
Yeah, and that one, I think that one was for the Marines.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this one is just the latest, and she is a Lieutenant JG, and her name is, I believe the pronunciation is Swiggle. Nobody has corrected us, and so I've been trying to get the correct pronunciation for her name. But back to the point is that every day there are these Little Known Black History Facts that are happening, and it's great, and we need to acknowledge them. You know, I heard somebody having a conversation not too long ago and saying, I'm tired of saying that this person is the first to do this and first to do that in this day and age. Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And so I think we still celebrate those people, even though we think it should have happened a long time ago. We still should celebrate and honor them.
Yes.
The fact that it's happening in 2020.
I love Black history even more today than ever before. I need to know so much more. And it's just good to know what we did, what we accomplished. You know, in Georgia, we also had Black history in our books. So we did learn a lot of Black history. And every Black person in the world, and we got it coming up soon. Lift every voice and sing. If you're a Black man in Georgia, a Black student in Georgia, you knew that song. Lift every voice and sing. And it's so
Come on, George. Come on, give us some.
Oh, yeah. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Facing the right, J of the Brown. That's as far as he gets. You don't know the lyrics. They're going to sing both national anthems, and nobody knows the lyrics to either. So,
but this is for the first games of the season, right? For the NFL season. Yeah,
we're gonna sing that song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, written by the Walden brothers.
Shoot.
James and John.
Weldon Johnson.
Weldon Johnson. There you go. See, if I don't know it, you know it. That's why we should hang out together.
Yeah, we should.
It's such a beautiful song too. It's such it's long.
Yeah.
And I got Sybil, let me tell you this, racial discrimination. I used to play that song before my show. I played it one time, it was long. Jay hated it because it was so long. Because I played everything. I got fired from a casino for playing that song.
Are you serious?
On Martin Luther King, the South Point Hotel, Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
What?
I played that song, and I said, and I was scheduled to come back the next month. And they said something came up. I said, what happened today? They said, oh, we just decided that something else can happen. And they told me it was because of the music.
Wow, George.
It was because of the music. Looked at the reports.
How long ago was that?
Just like 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Shut up.
It was the addition of when I had all of the New Orleans people and all of the Oprah and all of the Black achievers from day one, all of those spaces. And that's why I'm telling some of the Black people, don't be in such a hurry to go to Las Vegas, run into the Wynn and run into the Palazzo and run into the Venetian and run into the South Point, because these are big Trump supporters. You just giving your money back to Trump.
Wow. Wow, that's interesting too, huh?
These are the biggest contributors. The guy that owns the Venetian and the Palazzo, Steve Wynn.
Steve Wynn, yeah.
Some of the biggest contributors.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so we're talking about reparations and
yes, we want our money back. I'm reading a book right now by Larry Wilmore called "We Want Our Casinos." We'll take our casinos. And we don't know what 40 acres and a mule, but some people are making an effort to move, and I think this is good. I think and we need to be repaid. Everybody else got paid.
So, George, this happened this week in Asheville, North Carolina.
Call me Dr. Wallace, not George.
I'm sorry, Doctor. In Asheville, North Carolina, the city council voted unanimously to give reparations to the Black residents there. And in the resolution, they made a public apology for the participation in slavery, as well as its role in enforcing segregation and urban renewal that destroyed multiple successful Black communities. And they are not going to give money to the people. What they are going to do is contribute to those areas of not direct cash, but investment in Black communities.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they are doing it, and the mayor of Providence, Rhode Island announced the city is considering providing compensation for the citizens of African American and Native American heritage. So it's moving along.
Everybody else should take heed to that. And
the city of Evanston is one that did that, where my alma mater, Northwestern, was, and other cities have done it too.
Well, that's good. We need to start doing that and think about everybody needs it. And I hope this happens. And Providence, I think the name of the state is Rhode Island.
It is Rhode Island, but you're right. They changed the name because it was longer than it was Rhode Island something. I can't remember.
And Plantations.
Nobody remembers. Yeah.
Providence and Rhode Island, the land of Providence and Plantation. And that's been bothering me for years. Why do Black people continue to live in cities with racist names, like Plantation, Florida? Have you ever been there?
I have.
People live there. That's the home of the Miami.
We have a friend that lives in Plantation, Florida, and I always wondered about that. I have people that live in Cottonwood Valley.
White Plains, New York.
White.
Lynchburg, Virginia. Let's do some history on that. All of these cities with these racist names where Black people continue to live. Because in Plantation, Florida, it's a whole lot of, and I was there and going like, I never heard of. I went there about 20 years ago and I never heard of it. It's the home of where the Miami Dolphins training camp is.
Training camp, yeah.
I have never seen that many Black people in this. I said, why? There's always somebody going, I'm gonna stay here with the master. I'm gonna stay on the plantation. So they all stayed there. But I don't know why Black people live in these racist cities.
Wow.
Lynchburg, White Plains.
And there's a town here in North Texas. It's a suburb, and it's called White Settlement.
And they all living there? That's where you live, huh? In any case, I'm moving to Nashville. I'm moving to Asheville, North Carolina, because I'm gonna get in on these appropriations.
Okay, absolutely. So one of the things that an update within coronavirus land, everybody is talking about wearing the mask and how the governor of Georgia, as you said, is not requiring it. But starting on Monday, Walmart will require all customers to wear masks inside their stores. Now, every Walmart I go into, and especially one near my home, is they have the mask there for you, and they say you gotta, and they give it to you. You must have a mask to come in this store. It's gonna, and I've heard people on the radio now say, "Well, I'm just not gonna shop at Walmart." Really?
Yeah, right. Get the mask. That's so stupid. How could they do this? Why not? Take care of yourself. What about your own safety? I can't believe there's people and here in Georgia, It's running crazy. The people are stupid here. And it's something a lot of us don't believe in. They think it's a hoax also. You got to put this mask on. This is your health. The governor of Georgia is so stupid.
George, let me tell you something. A friend of mine said in her doctor's office, none of the people who work there wear masks.
In the doctor's office?
In the doctor's office. None of the people who work in the doctor's office.
STOOPIT. Stupid. Why would you not? In the doctor's office.
In the doctor's office.
Listen, I'm going to die. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to die from something else because I'm afraid to go to the doctor. I'm afraid to go get these teeth screwed back in. It happened again today, I swear. My teeth are so big. I was talking to somebody on my phone and my teeth get mute. But listen to me. We have got to wear these masks. We got to take every precaution that we can because it's dangerous out there. And I'm very concerned about it. And you mentioned the Walmart. I haven't been into a grocery store since March 7. I haven't been into any store since March 7. I haven't been anywhere.
Oh my God, George, get this. They just handed this just in, and truly, the governor of Georgia is suing Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms for refusing to lift her mask mandate. The governor is suing the mayor of Atlanta for refusing to lift the mask mandate.
Can I say this? There's something wrong with the people in the South.
That is
how stupid could you be to just do that? That's why we got to vote and get his ass out. Now you see what he's doing. That's why Stacey Abrams should have made it in, just for being that
alone,
doing something like that. But the governor's mansion is shut down. Everything else he opens up, but the governor's mansion, you can't visit the governor's mansion.
That's interesting.
Why? Because the lady on the phone says, there's a virus going out there. Pandemic.
Wow.
But you want to open up everything else. Why not open up the governor's mansion?
So what can we do you're in the state, but I'm just wondering, maybe someone has some suggestions. Maybe we need to get Ben Crump on the line. What can we do to help her fight this? He is suing her. This guy is suing her for refusing to lift the mask mandate to keep people safe.
You know what's going to happen? She's going to wind up running for governor.
I hope so. If she is not the next vice presidential candidate, I hope that she runs and
don't say that. We got some good ladies running out there. We got some good ladies. But I want to tell you something. I don't want all the black ladies to be mad at me for saying this. Don't be surprised if it's not a black lady.
Oh, I know. Don't be
surprised if it's because
that's always a conversation. Even Whoopi Goldberg was having that conversation this morning with I forget who was on, and she was Tiffany Cross. And she was, thank you. And she was talking about her book, and she and Whoopi started to get into it because like Tiffany Cross, Sunny Hostin wants a Black woman to be in there, and Whoopi was talking about the senator from Illinois.
She would be good too. She'd be good.
She would be. She's not a Black woman, and so she is a woman of color. Her background is Asian, if I'm not mistaken. But she's given her all for this country. She lost both legs. As a military person, and so I have nothing against her. I have absolutely nothing against her. But Whoopi and Tiffany were having a really interesting discussion about that. But I really want a Black woman.
I do too.
If it's not Senator Kamala Harris, then let it be Stacey Abrams. If it's not Stacey Abrams, let it be Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. If it's not her, what about Congresswoman Demings? All of these people
who are California. What's her name?
Kamala Harris.
There's another lady in California.
Are you talking about Barbara Lee or Karen Bass?
Karen Bass?
Karen Bass, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope it's so. I don't give a damn if it's Sybil Wilkes. I don't give a damn.
You should worry.
Kim Willett with a Y. I don't give a damn who it is. Miss Dupree, Mary J, all the people. Beyonce.
Yeah, baby.
Let me tell you who I really want it to be.
Who?
Michelle Obama.
Oh God, yeah. That's my first choice. Always.
We don't talk about it, but it could happen.
And Susan Rice is another name who's being
fantastic,
considered.
fantastic, Susan
Yes.
Rice. Totally qualified, ready to go, day one.
I would absolutely love any of those women. And yes, I would do like Chicago. I would be voting early and often.
You know who else I would vote for?
Who?
Miss Butterbean Brown.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. Okay, George. So before Chica, I'm losing my battery here. So do we have a plug?
Okay, well, let's wrap it up since you're losing your battery. Talk real fast.
No, but we also want to play. So I'm glad Chica's over here because we want to play your video. We want to wish you a happy birthday on Monday. What are you going to do this weekend?
My birthday's a Tuesday.
I thought you were the 20th.
The 21st. You always get it right, though. You always hit me on with a card on the 21st.
I do get you the 21st. Okay, so Kim, you and so Kim is the 20th then, and my cousin.
No, we both are the 21st.
You both are the 21st. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So you both are the 21st. My cousin Crystal is the 21st, and so just want to wish you a happy birthday in advance because we may talk to you on Tuesday. Who knows?
I'll be watching.
You do.
My family's going to meet, and we're going to meet in cars.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got to bring our own food. But we're going to meet just to park across each other, just like a driving and just walk on the phone, you know?
Nice.
So, and we're going to have a birthday dinner.
That's cool. Oh, good.
Because I've had funerals. I had 4 funerals in the last month. And I don't go to funerals. I cannot handle it. I cannot. Yeah. Because I'm the type guy, I love my family. And without me singing and hugging somebody, so I just don't show up at all.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That's really tough.
Like
so to give you something to laugh at and for others too, and to remember the great friendship and fun that you and J. Anthony Brown have.
It's not my friend, never have been. I travel all over the world with him, can't get rid of him. Go ahead.
We're going to close out with this little video, this little ditty. And so, George Wallace, I say thank you for everything, all the laughs and all the fun that you continue to provide for us and with us every day.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you because we be thinking.
Yeah, and all the people out there listening and all of my Twitter friends, everybody that's listening, we really appreciate you. And thank you for joining us. And I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
This is something stupid that Jay did.
Okay, this is something silly but fun, and this is the way we're going out today. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Well, play it.
Can I eat these mushrooms in my yard? No. Can I eat these mushrooms in my yard? Let me know. They grow and they grow. I just wanna know, can I eat these mushrooms in my yard? Let me know.
All the mushrooms that you can. Eat all the mushrooms that you can. Eat one a day, you'll be on your way. Please eat all the mushrooms that.
Please eat them. Please eat them, you stupid bastard. Eat them all. Make a sandwich. Make some mushroom soup. Slice them up with gravy over your rice. Eat all the mushrooms that you can.
Bravo.
Stupid ass. Eat them all day. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.
I love you too, George. Thanks again. Everybody have a great weekend. Please continue to be safe, and we'll see you on Monday.
Oh, so beautiful. Stick with lift every voice and sing, right?
Bye, George.